Ever wonder how a quiet kid from North Carolina became the undisputed king of YouTube? This is the story of Jimmy Donaldson, a boy whose obsession with numbers and videos would one day change the world. He was born in Greenville, a small town where life moved at a slower pace. As a child, Jimmy was observant, curious, and fascinated by games. But hidden beneath that ordinary exterior was an extraordinary hunger, a relentless desire to create, to entertain, and to stand out in an ocean of online content. Like many teenagers, Jimmy discovered YouTube. It started as a hobby, a place to upload gaming videos, reaction clips, and random experiments. But the views were painfully low. He'd spend countless hours editing, upload a video filled with hope, and then watch the view counter barely flicker. Friends would tease him about his obsession. His family worried he was just wasting his time. But Jimmy was different. He saw every failure not as an endpoint, but as a lesson. He simply refused to give up. His early experiments were strange, almost bizarre. He filmed himself counting to 100,000. He read the entire dictionary out loud. He even watched paint dry for hours. To most people, this seemed pointless. But Jimmy was learning. He was decoding the secret language of YouTube. He realized that people were drawn to challenges, to spectacle, and to the extreme. Every single one of these odd videos taught him something new about audience attention, video pacing, and what it takes to go viral. Slowly but surely, patterns started to emerge. The boy who once got 10 views per video began seeing hundreds, then thousands. The spark was there. It was about to ignite. But success was far from easy. Jimmy poured every single penny he had into his channel. He bought better computers, new cameras, and props for his videos. He reinvested every cent he earned, often borrowing money and scrimping just to fund his next idea. Sleep became a luxury he couldn't afford. Schoolwork took a back seat. His obsession was all-consuming, but it was that very obsession that would set him apart from everyone else. He wasn't just making videos, he was building an empire, one pixel at a time. Then, in 2017, the game changed forever. This was the year Jimmy started his legendary challenge videos. He began tipping delivery drivers and waiters thousands of dollars, giving away brand new cars to complete strangers, and handing out fortunes on the street. He combined two powerful elements that no one else had mastered on this scale: mind-blowing spectacle and genuine generosity. His audience wasn't just passively watching. They were on an emotional roller coaster, feeling the shock, the joy, and the life-changing impact of each stunt. Videos began exploding overnight. Subscribers flooded in by the millions. MrBeast was no longer just another YouTuber. He had become a phenomenon. But with great success came even greater struggles. Behind the camera, each video was a logistical nightmare. There were legal risks, immense pressure, and huge personal sacrifices. Jimmy endured sleep-deprived nights, stressful arguments with his team, and the crushing weight of handling massive sums of money. Critics started to appear, too. They questioned his motives, the ethics of his stunts, and the safety of his participants. Was his generosity real, or was it all just for views? But Jimmy didn't back down. He learned to adapt. Every obstacle became a lesson. Every failure became a blueprint for his next, even bigger project. By 2018, MrBeast had single-handedly transformed the YouTube landscape. His level of generosity was completely unprecedented. He had given away millions of dollars, changing lives in the process. His formula was revolutionary, yet surprisingly simple. Dream bigger, work harder, and create experiences that no one else would even dare to attempt. Fans didn't just admire him for the spectacle. They loved the heart behind it all. Each video had a pulse of humanity, proving that entertainment and compassion could exist together on a scale the world had never seen before. Even as his fame skyrocketed, Jimmy remained obsessed with the details. He became a master of the YouTube algorithm. Every thumbnail, every title, every single cut in his edits was meticulously crafted for maximum impact. He studied trends, analyzed data, and used every setback to inform his next move. He was a creative genius and a logistical mastermind all rolled into one, a storyteller who understood both art and science. But beyond the subscribers, the views, and the viral headlines, Jimmy's journey was building something much more significant. He was crafting a legacy. Each video was more than just content. It was a statement. It was proof that with enough dedication, imagination, and relentless ambition, you could create something truly larger than life. From a quiet kid in a small town to a global icon watched by millions, MrBeast's rise is a story of vision, perseverance, and an unbreakable spirit that refused to be ordinary. The boy who once counted to 100,000 for just a handful of viewers had become a symbol of innovation and generosity. But as our story concludes for now, remember this. Even at this peak of his early fame, his biggest challenges, his most insane stunts, and his true legacy were still ahead. The empire of MrBeast had only just begun. For Jimmy Donaldson, limits were just a starting point. After capturing the attention of millions with his early challenge videos, he knew the next frontier wasn't just views, it was impact. Every stunt, every giveaway, every video had to be bigger, bolder, and more ambitious than the last. He wasn't just making content, he was building spectacles. The logistics behind this ambition were staggering. Imagine trying to build giant obstacle courses, give away houses, cars, and millions in cash, or plan challenges involving dozens of participants. It required military-grade coordination. Production became an all-consuming obsession. Timelines were unforgiving, budgets were astronomical, and the risks were ever-present. To pull it off, Jimmy assembled an army of collaborators, safety teams, legal advisors, and a massive production crew. Even with every precaution, the margin for error was razor-thin. One mistake could spell disaster. But it was exactly this high-wire act that made MrBeast a legend. When he announced videos like "Last to Leave Circle wins 500,000," or "I gave $1,000 to random people," the world literally stopped to watch. Each video was a masterful blend of suspense, drama, and heartwarming generosity. A formula so potent it completely redefined what YouTube content could be. Fans weren't just passive viewers anymore. They became emotionally invested. Every shocked reaction, every tear of joy, every triumphant victory became a shared global experience. Of course, fame and fortune on this scale brought intense scrutiny. Critics began to question the ethics of his giveaways, suggesting the attention-grabbing stunts were more self-serving than altruistic. Controversies bubbled up over the treatment of participants, his editing tactics, and the immense pressures of maintaining viral success. Competitors were skeptical, and media outlets dissected his every move, waiting for him to slip. And yet, through all the noise, Jimmy remained laser-focused. He understood a fundamental truth. Creativity and audacity always carry inherent risk. But without that risk, there is no reward. He was playing a different game, one with higher stakes and a much greater purpose. By 2020, the MrBeast empire had grown beyond anyone's wildest imagination. His main channel was just the beginning. New channels were launched, his team expanded exponentially, and he forged partnerships with some of the world's biggest brands. But most importantly, his focus shifted towards large-scale philanthropic initiatives. Team Trees, a viral campaign to plant 20 million trees, captured the world's attention and united the internet for a common good. It was followed by Team Seas, which raised over $30 million to clean up our oceans. Suddenly, the scale of his influence wasn't just about views, it spanned the globe, with environmental causes and charity becoming hallmarks of his brand. He wasn't just entertaining the world anymore. He was actively trying to change it. Behind the cameras, however, Jimmy was still the same kid from Greenville, just with a lot more responsibility. He was meticulous, obsessive, and often completely exhausted. Sleep became a rare luxury. His days were a relentless cycle of brainstorming ideas, overseeing execution, and constantly planning how to outdo the last video. He worked tirelessly with his team, mentoring them, collaborating, and pushing everyone to test their limits. The pressure led to arguments, mistakes, and a few near disasters, but for Jimmy, every setback was just a lesson in disguise. Failure didn't stop him. It fueled him. And he needed that fuel, because the world of YouTube is never static. Algorithms change, trends shift, and new competitors rise up every day. Staying on top required constant innovation, boundless creativity, and a healthy dose of courage. From giving away a private island to recreating massive battle royale games in real life, MrBeast kept escalating. His audience was addicted, sponsors were lining up, and the press chronicled every new spectacle. But at the heart of it all, Jimmy's core goal remained simple and unwavering: to make the world a little better, one video at a time. The true emotional core of MrBeast's journey is found in these moments of connection. The stories of ordinary people receiving life-changing gifts, students suddenly able to pay off their tuition, families handed the keys to a new home, small business owners saved from the brink, are what transformed his viral entertainment into something profoundly human. For every jaw-dropping stunt, there is a tear, a laugh, or a moment of pure joy that resonates deeply with millions of fans. Today, MrBeast isn't just a YouTuber. He's a pioneer, a philanthropist, and a visionary. His journey from a quiet, determined teenager uploading videos from his bedroom to the leader of a global content empire is a powerful demonstration of what ambition, creativity, and relentless persistence can achieve. He has inspired an entire generation of creators, proving that dedication and originality can completely change the rules of the game. But Jimmy Donaldson's story is far from over. Bigger stunts, higher stakes, and even grander philanthropic projects are always on the horizon. His legacy is more than just subscribers or view counts. It's about reshaping entertainment, redefining generosity, and leaving a permanent, positive mark on the world. From humble beginnings in Greenville to the center stage of the internet, MrBeast's journey shows that imagination, hard work, and audacity can transform a simple dream into a global movement. It's a testament to what happens when one person refuses to settle for ordinary. And so, the MrBeast saga continues, dreaming bigger, giving more, and inspiring millions, proving that in this digital age, a single creative mind really can change the world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you then.